Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Avowed. We're here outside the city of Paradis, which is besieged by the Steel Garrote. We've come up with a plan with the surviving resistance to the Steel Garrote. And we're gonna see how that plan works out for us. It looks like I can talk to people.
What do you want, Envoy? Adir and the Steel Garrote will regret ever laying eyes on the living lands.
Are your people safe?
Yes, for now. Adir cannot be allowed to win. If they gain a foothold, they'll devour the rest of the living lands. All of us must be free, or none of us are. Marius, I'm proud to have known you. You've come so far.
We all have, Matur. Just to die here. Isn't that something?
I can see Death's shadow hanging over us all. But that's no matter. Some things are worth dying for.
Some things, sure. I'm starting to think that list is longer than I imagined.
Give the Steel Garrote the end they deserve.
I plan to.
I suppose that's something.
I wonder if Tamerti would be here if I had gone with the other option.
Envoy, I am sorry our paths had to cross in the midst of so much grief. Turning on your kinsman could not have been easy, but the Steel Garrote are overdue for a reckoning.
I don't consider the Steel Garrote my kin.
Nor should you. From what I understand, you are a scion of the living lands, and have been all this time.
That's not quite what I meant.
While I have you, I wanted to check on Yatsli, make certain she's warm and well fed.
You must miss her. We'll bring her back in one piece.
That puts my mind at ease, Envoy. Aggressima.
Agressima.
Take care in battle, Envoy. Your kinsman will not go easy on you. Hold nothing back. And farewell.
What? No words of encouragement for your favorite student?
Forgive me, Giada. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. I have nothing more to teach you. And yet, there is so much out there for you to learn. Once the dust settles, I trust you to live in whatever way suits you best.
Don't you dare make me cry. What kind of animancer cries on the eve of battle?
The best one I have ever known.
I won't keep us any longer. Let's go finish this. Be seeing you, old man.
I can see why his people trust him. He's a natural leader.
Indeed. Ambassador?
It will cost the Empire a fortune to rebuild Paradis when this is through.
Yeah. Hopefully the Emperor doesn't blame me for this. It's entirely the Steel Garrote's fault. Alright, I keep saying it's the last camp, but I truly believe this might be the last camp.
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
I see you're still up.
Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You've been fighting for my cause all this time. Why is this different?
You helped me through some rough Saka, Envoy. Your cause became my cause at that point. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for, what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradis until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine, really. But it's some blessed day Saka when you think about it.
I'm glad you're with me, Marius.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap. I'll be all right, Envoy.
I think he's become my favorite.
You go get some blessed day rest.
We'll finish this together.
Well, here we are.
Here we are.
We're doing this. We're fighting your people. Are you okay? No doubts or second thoughts?
Plenty. But here we are.
Well, at least you're honest. Thinking back on all we've done, it's impressive, don't you think? We went to the garden, a prison untouched by time. We both learned the truth about our Akedan origins. Oh dear. Do you think we knew each other in our past lives?
Haven't had enough of me, huh?
No. How could anyone, darling?
Aw.
And that's skipping to the end. I mean, think of all we've done. You helped the Animancers get back on their feet after Fjord was raised. And though I may mourn the loss of Nakukubel, I can't deny that Thirdborn is safe now.
Thank God.
Who would have thought I'd be here, fighting with an Adiran?
There we go. Good old Lord of the Rings reference. How about fighting with a friend?
Oh, I suppose I can work with that. Truly, thank you. I'm forever changed for our time together. As weird as you are, Envoy, I'm glad we're here, now, ready to save the living lands. Well, let's go kill that dead woman. How can I help, darling?
That's it. Get some rest.
Don't let the bedbugs bite, dearie.
Giada.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradis militia. Your emperor will not be pleased.
Yeah, probably not. I have influence in court. My report on the living lands will change minds.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
It's difficult for me. My soul is from the living lands, but my heart belongs to Adir.
This conflict has really pulled you apart. Worse, it's put your soul at risk. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Noted. Thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
Hold on. We're going to cross paths with Ludwig again. Are you concerned?
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
Because Sapadal challenged her faith.
Precisely. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
So, I can't just destroy her. I have to destroy her faith.
That's my point, exactly. I think you already have. You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research.
How do you feel about the future?
When I agreed to travel with you, I didn't think I'd find myself at the center of a political upheaval. And now the Living Lands is dependent on the Empire's generosity. Generosity which can be given and taken away. We're free to make our own laws until our Adiran masters revoke them. We're free to thrive until our taxes finance your next war, with our people padding the front lines. We're free until we're not. At the end of the day, I don't trust the Empire to show restraint with the Living Lands. They've done nothing to earn it.
I think better things are on the horizon.
I know you do.
Are you worried about the outcome of the siege?
Is it really that obvious? No matter who wins or loses, the Living Lands won't be the same. In my heart, I know that's a good thing. Life is impossible without change. And change can be frightening. I just want to put this behind us. I want it to be over.
Get some rest, Giada.
Not before I've done some reading.
More?
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the Living Lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
What would you have done? Would you have done any different?
I'm not sure. Too many variables. Regardless, I support your decision. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal.
Or dead.
Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
I don't think about my relationship with Sapadal that way.
You're probably better off then. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the Living Lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
Either way, things could not continue as they have.
For better or worse, change is inevitable. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
For you, anything.
You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time.
All right, get some rest.
If I must.
All right, here we go. It's time to reach the city. Yeah. All right, guys, here we go. Wait, how do we get out of here? Can I just go out the gates? Alright, just gotta reach the city, that's all. Got some people fighting up here.
The ogre has been an absolute menace to the Steel Garrote. I mean, good. If anyone deserves to be menaced, it's them. But keep your voice down, will you? I don't want him to realize I'm here and introduce me to his club. Oh, it's you again. Do you follow trouble around, or is it vice versa? What are you doing here? You want something?
Someone has to save the Living Lands. Why not me?
I'd rather you than me. I think I've seen enough war for a lifetime. I just got here. No offense to Paradis, but I think I'm ready to go home now.
Stay safe.
I plan to. Well, seems like you're busy and I've really got to get back to hiding, so... Good luck, Envoy. If you need me, please don't.
Okay, that was interesting. Okay, killed them.
I was just getting warmed up.
Oh, hey, it's our ogre buddy. Looks like we've got control of the gates at least.
This shall be a bloody day.
Yeah, we cured him. Oh, hello.
Roll 10.
It's one way to break through. Oh, the ogre.
He's ahead.
There we go. That worked really well. I feel very powerful at the moment, and I like it. I like feeling power. Also, everybody was with me, which is really nice. Hope that stays like that. Alright, let's get in here. Take the main plaza and take the eastern gate. Woo. Ranger Dorso.
Roll 10.
Where? Oh, up there.
The eastern gate is ours.
Hell yeah.
Stay here. You watch out for Ludwig.
That'll teach you.
That'll teach you. Alright, so Giada's gonna stay here. Gotta talk to her. You guys good here?
Welcome to the place of battle, envoy. It pleases me to greet you in full health. I thank you again for the medicine.
You sound much better now than you did in the tusks. I'm glad you're well again.
Thank you. It is good to be myself again. I traveled here for you, envoy. When I learned of the events in Paradis from the dwarves as they marched out of the tusks, I knew where I'd find you. I hear that you have chosen to defend the living lands. I will honor my life debt to you by keeping the peace here after the battle.
Thank you. What about what you want? You have any personal learnings in this matter? Leanings?
I do not. I will live in isolation one way or another. As I say, the choice is yours. Let us waste no more breath. Breath is too precious, as both you and I know. I will leave you to the war now. You have my vow, envoy, and my thanks once more.
Alright. Giada, you gonna be alright?
We'll be lucky to make it out of here alive.
Well, I mean, you've taken the best spot, to be honest.
First Eagle's Reach, now here.
Oh, man.
You're pretty impressive, Adiran. Gato is hard to convince.
She seemed in good spirit. I think those are the guys that were in the big tower that was all trapped and stuff. Damn. Juliana? You can go over here.
I thought you left town weeks ago.
The steel girl has gone too far. I'm here to put a stop to it.
About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to.
Are there any other survivors?
I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
I appreciate it. I'll be careful.
You shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we'll take the canal entrance, sure. Hey, it's a Pinto. It's Pinto, whatever.
Envoy! I doubted I'd ever see you again. I imagine I could guess what brings you back to Paradis. It seems so long ago that I asked you to track down some luminous Adra for my experiment.
It was a long time ago.
I do sometimes wonder how my life would be different had you come to me with the Adra you found. I'm sure you had your reasons for giving it to someone else. No doubt their plans were as philanthropic as mine.
Apologies. I wish I could have helped you.
All is forgiven. That ship has sailed. Literally, in this case. I doubt I'll ever have as good a chance again. I hold you no ill will, Envoy. I do wish you the best.
I appreciate it. Alright.
We should go now.
Hey, Elora.
While the fighting's died down.
I knew it. As soon as I saw that stash at Fort North,
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the Garot set this bar alight?
They have thaumaturges out there. You saw them.
And Envoy, am I ever glad to see you?
Yep. I was kind of hoping you'd have something to say.
see the Garot take Paradis from us.
Okay, so where's the canal entrance? I thought it'd be in here. Am I blind? Where is it? Why would it not be? It wouldn't make sense if I had to go through that scouting party to get there. It's not in here. Okay, well, whatever. I guess we kill him. Unless it's back this way. Oh, is it here? Yep. There we go.
Stop right there. 10.
Okay, so you can keep moving. Oh, here we go.
There are worse ways. Quiet.
Sneak past them. The administration district.
And Roth! Eon Seek!
How we doing? We're doing right. There we go.
That was fun.
'Twas fun, wasn't it? Killing my countrymen. This is terrible, man. Not all of these are steel garrote, I imagine. Some of them are probably good old Diran men.
Mordecai demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
This is it, Envoy. The only part that matters.
Alright, saving it. Let's see what we got here. Alright, Ludwig. Big old arena.
There you are.
There you are.
So, you survived the garden.
I sure did.
Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Possibly. I know how to break you now.
So you say. But you can't kill me in a way that hasn't been tried already. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
The negotiations were a success. The living lands will be in a Diran Grafrum, however you pronounce it.
Heelguard is a fool if he thinks half measures will save the island. When this is over, I'll instruct him, personally. As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
As usual, you're leaping to conclusions about something you barely understand.
Do not patronize me. I have every right to put down a threat to the Empire. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
Oh. That's very grown up of you, Sapadal. I won't fight you, Ludwig. I don't need to.
You will. You must. You have no choice. Face me and die with honor, or fall to your knees and die as a coward. How you die doesn't matter, but you will die. Every vestige of Sapadal must be wiped from this earth. The Burned Queen demands it.
We are a challenge to her authority. She is afraid of what we mean.
Wodika's frightened of Sapadal. They exist outside of her power, a new heir to the throne of the gods.
Blasphemy. Sapadal is a clot in the heart of the world. What should they matter to the true gods of Eora? Your god will meet their end just as soon as I'm through with you. Hear me, Envoy. I am the avatar of the Burned Queen, the goddess of retribution. I am her sword arm, her will in the world. And so long as I can fight, I will be her champion.
But she failed to ensnare the living lands, and we are free. How long until Wodika finds a new avatar?
Your plans lie in ruins. Sapadal is free. I am alive.
I've done all that I could. She sees that. She must. It isn't my fault. Whenever you could, you stood in my way. I believed we were alike, Envoy. That when the time came for you to prove your loyalty, you would choose Adir. I believed the dream of our future, of our resurgent empire, would move you as it does me. And if that failed, I believed the Burn Queen would stop you. Yet here you stand before me, my enemy, unopposed by the gods. Why?
The worm of doubt gnaws at her soul. Where was Wodika when she needed her most? Where is she now?
If Wodika really believed in you, she would have made sure you won. She wanted you to fail.
No! The Burned Queen witnessed my devotion and accepted me as her champion. I don't need anything else. I can still prevail. I must!
I see no Burned Queen here. Wodika's abandoned you.
I feel her fire in me. I know I do.
Do you?
Wodika, my lady! Where are you?
No answer.
She doesn't love you anymore. If she ever did.
No! It's not true!
Shame. Suffocating shame.
You doubt.
Stop! I can't!
Give up, Ludwig. It's over.
No! 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 Forgive me! Wodika!
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
There we go. I think that was it.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The dream scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Adiran Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks. The fight for survival is over. You showed the rebels of Paradis mercy, but they can never trust the Empire. Instead, they keep to the wilderness, always 2 steps ahead of Adir, only attacking when provoked. That is as close as they come to peace. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. After so much chaos, the people of Shatterscarp find a moment to breathe. As a gesture of goodwill to its grave room, Adir sends a regiment to purge the remaining dream thralls still haunting the wilderness. But with the sound of Adiran cannons in the air, many Thirdborners wonder what their lives will look like when there is no longer a common enemy. After the Living Lands is declared a vassal of Adir, Solace Keep reluctantly opens the doors of its fortress, though not before numerous missives are sent to Mihala demanding the grave room be honored. Her reluctance costs the dwarves. The Pargrunen are never favored in trade negotiations, and are the last to be supplied by Adiran caravans. But the Wardens have rounder bellies than anyone can remember. When Kai leaves the Living Lands, he is no longer running. For the first time in many years, he can face the future. He returns to Rauatai, committed to peace for his people, those he left in Rauatai, as well as those he found in the Living Lands. He joins the Ranganui's council, counterbalancing powerful voices of isolationism and hawkishness. It is a long and difficult battle, and he is happy to fight it. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a Warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting.
Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Mes Iverno lives on in her. In a past life, Yahtzee was given a task: protect the history and knowledge of the godless. Now, many lifetimes later, she continues upholding that oath. She moves into the library in the garden, spending her days poring over the clay tablets there. But not even the letters from, and rare visit to, her lover help ease the loneliness that fills her days.
Aw.
Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god.
That's good.
Sopadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Oh, was that at the end? What happened to me in the Empire? Whew, okay. There we have it, guys. That's Avowed. I had a lot of fun with that game. I really liked it. And I think it wasn't perfect, but it was a good game. I really liked the characters or companions. For the most part, I liked the dialogue. And a lot of the writing was good. With the exception, I feel like the writing got questionable whenever we were talking about Solace Keep and the Wardens. I think they tried to do something, but they didn't execute it well. Like they went with like the first or second draft and it needed more editing and more time to cook. I think it could have been really cool. And I think that's something with this game that I feel a lot about, is that a lot of the concepts and ideas are really awesome, but the execution, I feel like, let it down a lot of the time. Which is unfortunate, but I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate. I do think it could have been truly fantastic. I think the combat was good. I think the world design was pretty good. I do think the loot could have been a bit more to it than just crafting materials most of the time. Although I do like the abundance of the unique items. There were quite a few unique items, and I really like those. Those were always really cool to find. And yeah, the art design and the level designs were always pretty good, I thought. I liked them a lot. The combat was fun. I do think it could have been a little bit more challenging. Maybe not challenging, but more complex, I guess. It was a bit simple. I do think the companions maybe could have had more to them in terms of combat. And gear would have been nice. But overall, I really like this game. I think it does not deserve maybe a lot of the bad reviews it has gotten. I remember when it first came out, there was a lot of concern that it was going to be overly like political, similar to how like Dragon Age Inquisition was. I didn't really get that from it. I didn't really see much of that at all in the game, if I'm being honest. But no, it complemented my character fairly well. I mean, I think it would have been too much for me to ask to get, you know, conversations with the Emperor and stuff from it. But that would have been cool. And yeah, I think the game was adequate in most things. And I think it went above my expectations in terms of like the level design, the world design. And then it fell short in some of the other parts, like some of the story. I just feel like it needed to go deeper in some of the areas that it went through. And a lot of it felt very survey level information without us really getting into you know, the depth of characters or the lore of the different settlements and stuff like that. And also I did make some critiques of like the story and it's how it deals with time and how I feel like it doesn't really give you a good sense of how much time is passing. But that was really only a problem in a couple of my decisions, I feel like. Overall, it was a great game. I really enjoyed it. And also just being in Aora was really fun. Whenever we got to see or hear from Aethys or any of the other gods, it was fun. And obviously, how fast can we make this go? Oh god, that's fast. Oh geez, 32 times. Slow down a little bit. But yeah, I hope they keep making games in this setting because it's a really cool world. There's a lot of really great lore. And this game, I think is a good addition to the world of Aora. I don't necessarily think it's better than like another Pillars game. I do think I probably would have liked a Pillars of Eternity 3 game over this. But still, this was a nice, fun game. It's certainly not as long as a Pillars game. And yeah, that's it. There's nothing after. I do think I would have liked to hear what happened to my character, but that's okay. Alright guys, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I had a lot of fun with it. And yeah, we've got Oblivion still going on. And now that we're done with Avowed, I can start up Dragon Age Origins again, finish that playthrough, because that's been on hiatus for a while. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this game. If you didn't like it, let me know like what parts really just made it irredeemable for you. Like I said, there were some parts that I thought could have been a lot better, but not necessarily bad. I think the only bad part for me was like the warden stuff. There's a lot of things that could have been better, but overall I think it was a decent game and I enjoyed it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and until the next series, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if I never get your attention again, I hope you guys have a wonderful life. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll catch you later.